My name is Monica Bascio. I am the mother of a almost seven-year-old son, and my husband of, 13 years, but we've been together for a long time. So we've been in Colorado about 12 years, and I've been a disabled athlete and an OT during that time. I had my injury in 1992, March of 1992. I was living in Santa Cruz at the time and just drove up for the day to South Lake Tahoe, and it was Sierra Ski Ranch. I think it's Sierra Tahoe now or something like that. But was skiing with skiers better than myself, as I still do, because I think that's the best way to get better. And one of my friends dropped his glove off the lift line, and it was March in a very low snow year, and it was really crappy conditions and icy, and so we were coming out under the lift line through some tree runs off limits, and they all went over this jump, and I don't know why I thought I could do it. I'd never done jumps or been an aggressive skier, but I tried it and just hit it wrong, and I did not lose consciousness. I sort of, I don't know, from what I remember, I sort of just fell over, and I remember my knees feeling like they were bent. So when ski patrol came, I kept asking them to straighten my legs out, and they said they are straight. And I said, oh, well, if I break my legs, I can still feel them, can I? And they said, yeah. So it was sort of a moment of shock. I had intense back pain, of course, because I had a burst fracture. I was on the backside of the mountain, took what seemed, very long toboggan run down and across to get back to the base. And I got my first helicopter ride to Reno. That was kind of special. Unfortunately, I don't remember it. That was a big moment for my son. He's in the helicopter phase of his youth, saying, oh, you have to go on a helicopter. But I don't really remember much of it because I had so much pain medication. I don't know that I had as an intense reaction so much as the people around me did. So calling my family back east, and the doctors of, such intense worry and seriousness, and said, you'll never walk again. And so I said, oh, okay, so what do I do then, right? Like, let's move on. So, and hearing my dad cry and those moments, that obviously I don't think about every day, are pretty emotional. And I think that makes the statement for you. How you fit into other people's lives. So I originally got involved in hand cycling, way back in 1998, after I graduated school and wanted to really stay healthy and stave off any secondary injuries and illnesses from spinal cord injury. And then I jumped back in for Sochi this last winter, and I've now retired from my elite level competition. So now I'm a really good recreational athlete. So having a spinal cord injury and, being, in my wheelchair division certainly is a lot smaller field compared to the able-bodied field. So the roots of disabled sport are really in rec therapy and, the therapeutic process of being involved in sport, and not only physically and mentally, right, and socially, so many things to reintegrate back into community. And those things are all very true. And then now it's just really more of not only the human interest story, but also the elite level of competition. So it's definitely best of both worlds. And I don't believe that I would have that. I think for anybody going through a traumatic injury, having that support network can be so underestimated that people that don't have that really don't thrive as well, physically and mentally, as far as being encouraged and motivated to progress and move on. If you dwell on all you can't do, then you'll never get anywhere, right? We all know that. Where it's like, I don't know, skiing, right? You're like, don't go to that tree, don't go to that tree, right? So it's invincible. But some people might need more help in channeling the good energy. My advice, my soundbite advice in a nutshell would be, if it's there if you want it, you know. So just move forward. It's very much fine. Philosophy is like, it's like, well, I don't feel like me, and I feel really crappy, you know. And you have to really acknowledge that. But everybody goes through that, you know. It's just acceptance, I guess. A lot of acceptance. And once you get through that, then you can take on the rest of the world.
Monica has been disabled since 1992 and has chosen to make the best of her circumstances.